Why is English such a vital tool in the world of business communication? This query sets us off on an exploration of the undeniable power and significance of English in the international business landscape. Imagine you're in a room filled with business professionals from various corners of the globe: Tokyo, Paris, New York, Mumbai, Sydney. What's the common thread weaving these diverse minds together? The answer, quite simply, is the English language. As the de facto lingua franca of the global business realm, English acts as a universal bridge, connecting individuals and ideas across cultural and geographic divides. The beauty of English lies not just in its universality, but also its adaptability. It's a language that constantly evolves, absorbing new words, ideas, and cultural nuances. This dynamism makes English a versatile tool for conveying complex business concepts, innovative ideas, and nuanced strategies with clarity and precision. In the realm of business, where effective communication is paramount, English stands as the key to unlocking a universe of opportunities. Whether it's negotiating a deal with a foreign client, presenting a groundbreaking idea at an international conference, or simply networking with industry peers at a global summit, proficiency in English can open doors to success that may otherwise remain closed. Moreover, English is the language of the internet, the digital marketplace where a significant portion of modern business transactions take place. It's the language of international law, trade agreements, and global economic forums. It's the language of innovation and entrepreneurship, of science and technology, of finance and commerce. In short, it's the language of power and progress. But English is more than just a business tool. It's a cultural bridge, a way to foster mutual understanding and respect among diverse groups of people. It helps break down barriers, forge bonds, and cultivate a sense of global citizenship, all of which are crucial in today's interconnected world. In essence, English is not just a language, but a passport to the global business world. Its power lies not just in words and grammar, but in the opportunities it creates, the connections it fosters, and the doors it opens. It's an investment in your future, a stepping stone to success in the global marketplace. So, why not start your journey today? Now, let's delve into the most commonly used business English vocabulary. First up, stakeholder. This term refers to anyone with an interest in a business or project. It could be the employees, the customers, or even the government. When you hear someone say, "We need to consider all stakeholders," they're essentially saying, let's not forget about anyone who might be affected by our decisions. Next, we have ROI, or return on investment. This is a measure of the gain or loss generated on an investment relative to the amount of money invested. If a project has a high ROI, it means it's financially beneficial. Benchmark is another frequently used term. It's a standard or point of reference against which things may be compared or assessed. For instance, a company might use the success of a competitor as a benchmark to aim for. Synergy is a concept you'll often hear in business meetings. It refers to the idea that the combined efforts of a team can produce more effective results than if each person were working individually. It's all about teamwork. Then there's scalability. This term is used to describe the ability of a business, system, or model to cope and perform under an increased or expanding workload. A scalable business can adapt to growing demands without compromising performance. Diversification is a risk management strategy that mixes a wide variety of investments within a portfolio. It's like the old saying goes, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Finally, leverage. In business, leverage often refers to the use of borrowed funds with the expectation that the profits made will be greater than the interest payable. It can also refer to the advantage or power gained through using resources effectively. These terms, among others, form the bedrock of business English vocabulary. Moving on, what are some commonly used English phrases in business? Well, let's dive right in. First up is touch base. This phrase simply means to make contact or catch up with someone, often to update them on a situation. For instance, if you want to check in with a colleague about a project, you might say, "Let's touch base next week to discuss our progress." Next is circle back. This is often used when a topic requires further discussion, or when an answer isn't readily available. If you're in a meeting and a question arises that you can't answer immediately, you might say, "I don't have that information right now, but I'll circle back to you once I find out." Now on to game changer. This phrase is used to describe something that significantly alters the current way of doing things. For example, a new technology that revolutionizes a business process could be referred to as a game changer. Another common phrase is hit the ground running. This means to start a project quickly and energetically. If a team is ready to start a project as soon as it's assigned, they're ready to hit the ground running. Then we have think outside the box. This phrase encourages creative thinking and innovation. It's often used to suggest looking at a problem or situation from a new perspective. For example, if a team is stuck on a problem, a manager might say, "We need to think outside the box to find a solution." Last but not least, at the end of the day. This phrase is used to mean ultimately or in conclusion. It's often used to summarize the main point after discussing various aspects of a topic. For instance, after a long meeting you might say, "At the end of the day, our goal is to increase sales by 20%. These phrases are integral in business communications, adding a touch of professionalism and succinctness to your conversations. So, what happens when you use these words and phrases correctly? Well, let's delve into the profound impact of utilizing proper business English vocabulary and phrases. The English language in itself is a powerful tool, and when wielded correctly in the business realm, it can significantly bolster your professional interactions. Using the right words at the right time can enhance communication exponentially. Clear and concise language facilitates understanding and reduces the chances of miscommunication. It's like having a clear roadmap that guides every conversation to its intended destination. Whether it's a complex negotiation or a simple office memo, the correct use of business English ensures that your message is received as intended, preventing costly misunderstandings. Moreover, the apt use of business English can promote a professional image. The vocabulary and phrases you choose to use are a reflection of you as a professional. They speak volumes about your competence, your understanding of the business landscape, and your ability to navigate it effectively. The right words can command respect, inspire trust, and convey your knowledge and expertise, all of which are essential in building your professional reputation. But the impact doesn't stop there. Proper usage of business English also aids in networking and building relationships. It's a universal language in the corporate world, allowing you to connect with colleagues, clients, and partners from various backgrounds and cultures. It's the foundation upon which successful business relationships are built. Moreover, it can open doors to opportunities. A strong command of business English can set you apart in a competitive job market, enabling you to advance in your career and reach new heights of success. It's not just about sounding smart or sophisticated, it's about demonstrating your capability to communicate effectively and handle business matters with professionalism and finesse. Indeed, your command of business English can significantly influence your success in the corporate world. So continue to hone your skills, expand your vocabulary, and master the art of business communication. After all, the power of language is in your hands. To wrap up, let's revisit the key points and vocabulary we've covered today. First off, we explored the power of English in business communication. We discovered how English is the lingua franca of the global business world, a universal language that bridges cultures and markets. It's the key that unlocks opportunities, fostering relationships, and facilitating the exchange of ideas across borders. In essence, mastering English is essential to navigating the corporate landscape successfully. We then delved into the most commonly used business English vocabulary. Words such as synergy, stakeholder, benchmark, and feasibility are just a few examples of the terms that frequently surface in business settings. Understanding these words and their context is a fundamental step towards speaking the language of business fluently. Next, we tackled common business English phrases. Expressions like "at the end of the day," "touch base," and "the bottom line is" are part and parcel of everyday corporate dialogue. These phrases, while seemingly simple, can often carry nuanced meanings, and knowing when and how to use them can significantly enhance your communication skills. Finally, we discussed the impact of proper usage. The way you use English in business settings can directly impact your credibility, influence, and effectiveness. A well-placed phrase or correctly used term can convey professionalism, command respect, and even sway decisions. On the flip side, misuse can lead to confusion, misinterpretation, and potentially damaging misunderstandings. In conclusion, the journey to mastering business English is a continuous one, filled with learning and growth. It's not just about memorizing words and phrases, it's about understanding their context, knowing when to use them, and appreciating the power they hold in shaping conversations and influencing outcomes. Remember, mastering business English is not an overnight process, but with consistent practice, you can conquer the corporate language and thrive in the business world.